these two, becoming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now switch. This martial arts class, you'll be using your collie sticks to improve flexibility and strength in your hand, your wrist, all the way up into your shoulders. You're also going to be doing the basic striking and some of the weaving patterns so that you can learn how to fight and defend yourself with the collie stick. Grab your collie sticks and follow me. Start with one in each hand. You're going to choke up from the bottom about the width of your hand. That's an easy way to figure it out, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't overthink it, just get it moving. Put one in each hand, make sure they're about even, and you're gonna start with a rotation away from you. What I'm doing is I'm dropping it to the front, and then it turns and it comes back out. When I first learned how to do these moves years and years and years ago with the nunchucks, what I focused on was my thumb. I always thought about, where is my thumb moving? If I can carve this circle with my thumb, then it started to make more sense. Just rotate it this way. Notice that my hands are closed. It means my fingers are closed. I want to keep a firm grip. When these start to hit something, like another collie stick, or defending yourself against somebody, you have to keep your hand close so they don't come flying out of your hand, and then they're useless on the floor. So you're doing this rotation just away from you first, and then you're going to go in the opposite direction. So before, I'm pushing down and forward, and it's coming behind my ear. And now I'm reversing that. So I'm starting behind my ear and then bringing it forward. And the second warm-up is going to be going down and up. And when you go down, kind of push a little harder. Start to think in terms of striking. Down and up. And now put that rotation in as you go down, and then that reverse rotation as you come up. And depending on how long you spend on this warm-up, you can add another spin, 2 or 3 more, so that you're spinning all the way down and all the way up. But at least one spin down and one spin up as you start. I like to add this motion in that warm-up. And the reason is it gives me a good lubrication of all the different joints before I start striking, especially if I'm hitting on a bag or on somebody else's stick if I'm doing partner drills. So add this in. You're gonna bring this in, open, and cast. Do one hand and then immediately add the other hand. This comes from Indian club bells. And if you need to learn more about how to do the Indian club bells, go watch one of those videos. I put a lot of those up here because I work out with them every single day. It will dramatically improve the speed and the strength of your strikes. So after you've done this for a while, then you're going to reverse it. And again, one hand, and then start to add the other one in. Keep your feet under your body. Now, bring them to your shoulders. From here, you're gonna put them here today so that you can learn the basic strikes. I want you to do a strike coming across the body and then bring it up and come across the body. You're making an X. 1, 2. Now the key is to keep it tight in front of your body. Don't get in the habit of making big motions out here. The fight's coming straight into you. You wanna bring that straight in this way. So 1, 2. Now look, my knuckles represent what would be the blade on a short sword or on a machete. So you want to focus on bringing that through this way. It's also a stronger way to strike. I don't want to be coming through this way with my wrist bend. So I'm focused here, here. It's the first 2 strikes. And I want you to do a set of 10 or 20, whatever feels right, with the right arm. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. If you have a mirror, use a mirror. If you don't have a mirror, use your phone. Follow yourself. See if you're keeping it tight in the body, right in the center line. And then after that, switch your feet and do the same thing with the other side of your body forward. Keeping it tight, bringing it through. 10 or 20 sets. A set is both sides. And go back to the first side. Now do that first set, and then we're gonna add turning the wrist down and then pulling up. There are my knuckles, there's my blade. I'm still in line, slicing through and slicing through. So you're coming down, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And each time you're just going to do about the same number, 10 sets, which means you're getting in more strikes per set. But this is a workout. I want you to sweat, and I want your muscles to grow. They don't have to grow big, but they need to grow strong. They need to grow dense, powerful. 1, 2, bringing it up, make nice slicing motions. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna go back to the first side, and then we're gonna come through here and back this way. I wanna be parallel to the floor or to the ground on these two. I'm coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now switch to, at this point in the workout, I want you to do one full set and switch every time. Switch every time so that you start to sweat. You're getting your heart rate up. You're working on your basic footwork. Finish with a basic Sinawali or weaving pattern. You're gonna take the left hand and put it on the right side of the body on the ribs. So it's touching in there. The right arm's gonna come in, keep your body protected here, and you're gonna slice through that first motion there. 1. Now number 2 is just the wrist turning over, and this is a deflection where you're knocking away the hand, you're hitting a knife out of the hand, you're hitting another collie stick, but you're coming over here. The right hand comes up to the left shoulder, and I'm gonna go through the second strike. So remember 1 and 2. We start here again, nice and tight. This is my left hand, left shoulder. A lot of times when I'm working with people, this is what happens, and then it doesn't make any sense. Make sure your left hand is on your left shoulder. Come through, turn it, chamber it, slice, and then once you make contact, and right here we're just hitting the air, so you're not gonna make contact. Once you go through a full extension, chamber it, so now you're on the other side. It was 3 moves. Now my left hand is on my left shoulder. I go through that first one, and then I get it ready here. It's chambered, deflection block. Again, the wrist is simply turning over. And then I go into that third one, and I'm coming under here. Now that's the basic big moves. There are a lot of little moves that you're gonna learn the more you do it. So don't think about those now. Big moves first. 1. See what I did? I put them together. The turning and the chambering at the same time. Now I'm moving at the same time. I'm chambering the left. The right goes full extension. I make contact here, and then I bring it in and under. Going through. Don't make that, a lot of people will do this. They'll go through and all the way through. Make sure you're going into a full extension. Make this a strike. Don't make it a sweep through. It'll be a sweep through if you're just trying to get the motion done. Think about what you're doing. Strike and turn the right hand over. Chamber the left. The right comes out of the way as you're moving the left in. The right's really coming in to be chambered for that next strike, the beginning where we started. Now this pattern is called Heaven 6. Now that's what it's called, a lot of different things, but Heaven 6 is what you and I are gonna call it. Heaven because it's in the upper half of your body. We start talking about earth, we're talking about going down to the bottom, or standard, they call it standard sometimes too. But we're chambered in here, and here's why it's 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is really 1 on the other side, 2 or 5 on the other side, 3 or 6. You know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, it's really easy from here to start to do it like this, but you're losing the value of the purpose of what you're doing. Striking, deflecting, striking. Make sure you have these angles. Now this angle, see this coming up this way? This is, when people do this with a partner and they start to get smacked in their knuckles, in their fingers, they start to smack the other person's fingers, it's almost always because they've done this. They've either done this or they've done this. This is not in heaven 6. This against this, you have to hit the other person's hand almost. It takes somebody who's practiced a long time to see that and stop from smacking the knuckles. So if you do this with a partner, make sure you maintain these angles, because when the sticks are at an angle, they're gonna hit like this always. Watch what happens when the sticks go straight. They have to hit the knuckles if you overextend. So from here, angle, pay really close attention. The other reason is it's protecting your body. This is like this area right here, this cone of protection. You want to be in here. Keep it super tight. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Take your time, but don't get into this. This is nothing. This is silliness. It's playing with sticks, right? This is fighting or defending with sticks. 1, 2, 3. And now, once you get it, right foot forward, left foot forward. Right, because this is my right hand. Right foot, left foot. On the strike, you're coming forward, coming forward, coming forward. That's your practice for today. Put in the comment section below what else you need to work on, and I'll see you on the next video.